guy with a mask. We're supposed to a guy with a plan. I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it?
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll begin by running the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Gus Edwards, the ball carrier.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defense. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes still clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry from Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Burgess on the tackle.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Jameis to throw it. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Elliott.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Well, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
And this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now Winston on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Setting up the screen here to Edwards.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Number 21.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. Able to hit his target man. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
Good for a Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield.
The pass.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
Washington.
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins.
The pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. And he'll go down
as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
61 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Edwards. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
19 yards. And the Washington first down.
Now it's Edwards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And 8 yards to go.
Out the gun now on third down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jalen Smith getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go down Leon again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Winston. He's got the first down, more inside the 40. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because
he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
But now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Jameis Winston sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Slant going to be complete. Pass
across the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards.
And Washington able to get a score back.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Again, it's Elliott. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
The pass complete to DeAndre Hopkins.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw to Smith. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
6 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Extra point.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And Unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 42.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.